Hello everybody and welcome back once again. My name is Jordan, also known as J Monster, and you are watching episode 7. Hooray! Episode 7 of my Elves of Lorien Let's Play. And we are exactly where we left off last time, having just taken the capital of the Orcs of Unnumbered, and we are going to press our advantage. And, well, hopefully anyway. We're going to consolidate this, and we're going to move up some fresh troops who are coming in from the east here, and we're going to take the fight to them. So, that being said, we're going to end this turn and continue on. So, what kind of other interesting lore stuff would you guys like to hear about that I haven't already blathered on about for ages? That's a hard one. When I think about it, we'll talk about kind of some tactics, I guess, that I want to employ in this particular Let's Play, because it's been brought to my attention earlier that I've set myself up for a bit of a war with the Sylvan Elves, so I'm going to try to avoid that, but I'd be curious to see exactly how that would work out, and it would give us a big foothold with which to strike out against Mordor, and we could probably take them, I think, maybe. Because our ultimate goal is, of course, to destroy Mordor, who are hiding way down in the southeast. But in the meantime, I suppose it would be wise to open up relations with the Free Peoples of Eriador, and to not upset our High Elf friends all that much. As you can see on the map down there in the bottom left corner, we have kind of surrounded them. So I'm not going to take any more territories to the south, directly south of my my conquest of Lorien, because I'm a little worried that they're gonna want to slaughter us, and that would be bad. Oh,
Onward!
here we go, more troops.
Elven warriors.
Hopefully this works out.
Come on!
No, the High Elves look like they're exploring, or at least since Worshipped. Yeah, see, the Sylvan Elves don't like us very much. I gotta find a diplomat or something. You got any diplomats in there? Yes, we do.
Lord.
Lovely.
What is
Come on,
it
guys,
you wish to
love me.
discuss?
Here, 1,000 gold to be my friends. Does that make you happy? Come on.
This seems quite reasonable.
Well,
that
yeah,
seemed fruitful.
yeah, it's still poor.
Farewell.
Listen, worsened. I can't help but do that. Ah, well, that's lovely. Now we've got some more elite troops to
Yes, my lord.
send up.
For the light.
Send up north. Let's see what we want to do here.
Onward.
Got
For
this
the
guy.
light.
Yeah, he's gonna be our general at
Scout the area.
Lorien. This is gonna be our
Stay
rally
alert.
point from here on out. I'm gonna basically just converge all my forces on here until we've wiped out the Orcs of Unnumbered. And it doesn't look like too much can be done with Lord Celeborn here. I'm gonna have to go through towns and do all the micromanaging real quick, like. What's going on in Mordor? Nothing. Lord Fancypants is hanging out after his recent heroic victory against the forces of Mordor. Yeah, at the moment we're good. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end that turn. Oh, guess we forgot to move our spy. That's okay. So yes, some interesting lore stuff. Well, maybe you guys would like to know a little bit more about the evil factions and their origins and how they kind of came to be. The creation story of the Orcs that I happen to enjoy the most, because I think it fits very well with Morgoth and his abilities as they're described in the book, is that they were created by wild, there would have been Avari elves who were captured by Morgoth. Elven prisoners that had been taken around the lakes of Cuivainen, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, when the elves initially woke up. And the Valar didn't know where the elves were going to be, only that they had the hour, I believe, of their awakening. But they didn't know where. And so they were late in finding them, so Morgoth had time to get his spies among them and to do what he does best, and that is to sow chaos and discord and confusion among peoples that should normally be united against him. It's in their best interest. But eventually what happened is believe it was Orome, who was the huntsman of the Valar, came across the elves, and he blew his horn. Gondor's lost its capital. Oh my god, things are heating up here, guys. But he blew his horn, and many of the elves ran away and fled because the spies of Morgoth basically had told them that Orome was a monster who would hunt and eat elves. I'm gonna put it on this crossing right here. Uh-oh. Oh god. Run, Lord Celeborn! Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have... I wonder if it wouldn't be wise to abandon Graham at this point. Because I'm not sure Lord Celeborn can
Elven warriors,
can handle
for the light.
That amount of soldiers. Could we make it there in 2 turns?
Have a taste of my blade. I'm gonna stick you.
Sire. My lord. For the light. My lord.
Do we want to abandon Austin Lorien, or do we want to fall back? You know what?
For the
Just in
light.
case Lord Celeborn gets jumped here, we're gonna reinforce him. And we're gonna be kind of jerks and break all their stuff. We're gonna leave that though, just because I want to screw with them.
By the light of
Ruin their culture.
At ease.
Oh yeah, we're gonna crank up the taxes too, so they have to take it back from rebels. That would make me happy. Alrighty. So we're gonna go ahead and end that turn. But as I was saying, some of the elves ran away initially, fearing that this monster had come for them. And they were captured, and they were tortured and mutilated and twisted, because Morgoth can't make anything for himself. It's a power he always wanted to have. He always wanted the ability to create life, but it's a power that rests with Eru alone, Ilúvatar, the creator of the world. And that is how he gave birth to his dark servitors, the Orcs. And the elves and them afterwards were the worst of enemies, as you can imagine. A little note about the Orcs is that it's very easy to label things in the Tolkien universe as good or evil. He does make an effort to kind of show that there isn't just it's much more complicated than there simply being a dichotomy between light and dark. For instance, men are capable of both great, noble, and ostensibly good deeds, but at the same time they're also capable of horrible darkness. The Easterlings and their betrayal of the elves and the kinslayings. It wasn't just the sons of Feanor who were responsible for that. They were backed by armies of their followers.
They will not
Even the dwarves could be wicked, which of course brings up the question of if the Orcs had the opportunity, would they have been able to be more than what they are, more than just Sauron's servitors? And it's an interesting thing to think about, because they're universally hated and despised. Oh.
Be wary.
Yeah, get your butt out of High Elf territory before they start to hate us too. Oh, seems I've forgotten to do things. Do that, and some of that to reduce corruption. Yeah, as you can see, our finances are doing much better.
Sire.
I wonder if we couldn't.
Have a taste of my blade. I'm gonna
They've got siege weapons. They would definitely push an advantage there, and cost us to take a lot of casualties, even if we could win. So yeah, we're gonna make a tactical retreat here with Lord Celeborn. Wait for our forces to gather, and then we're gonna take the fight back to the Orcs of Gundabad.
My lord.
The High Elves are probably very unimpressed with us for invading their territories like this. Oh no, we're still in our territory, so they can suck it.
Conceal our
but yes, The orcs were universally hated and
Elves!
despised, and nobody would really ever want to give
Onward!
them the
Elves,
opportunity
we must give
to
up the road.
improve, or
Stay
nor they
alert.
believe them even
Be
if they were
wary.
genuinely concerned with doing so.
At ease.
But it's interesting to think of the orcs as the victims in all of this, because they were always hated.
Approaching
They did
quietly.
horrible, terrible
my
things to the
lord.
other races, but the other races were just as inclined to do
Approaching
horrible, terrible things to them. I mean,
my lord.
the elves have long memories. They don't tend to forget things. They don't tend to forget trespasses, which is why they ended up being estranged from all families but the three houses of the Edain, from the kindred of men, essentially, because of something that happened thousands of years ago. They don't forget this kind of thing. So that's just a little bit of food for thought. Maybe the orcs aren't universally horrible and evil. They've been treated poorly by everybody. Their masters, their enemies, and they've really never had an opportunity to acclimatize and mix with the good races. So I would be interested in hearing what you guys have to think about that. Do you think the orcs could, if they had ever been given the opportunity, do you think they could have become a part of Middle Earth, and not just a destructive force in Middle Earth, but actually lived alongside other people? Just an idea. But yeah, I think it's time for us to start moving stuff again. Come on, Rune. You're not doing anything. We lost the capital to an evil faction. I assume that... Yep. They just revolted, and that makes me happy.
Elven warriors,
We
Come on,
can't get
boyos. Get
there.
moving.
onward for the light. Come on.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, as you can see, we've definitely got a foothold
Come, my
here in the
brothers.
north. We've got
Like the wind.
an elite, fairly significant force of soldiers, so
Elven
we just gotta
warriors.
get them all together. Yeah, let's see what's going on down here. I know we've got a group of soldiers moving around somewheres.
Yes, my lord.
Ah, yes, there they are. We are going to trespass on the high elves lands. I don't want to go around that friggin' mountain
Conceal
range
our
again, so
movements.
they can bite me. Probably won't be too angry. Oh, Lord Craig Barker needs to upgrade his cities. We definitely want to do that. Go through all of our stuff again. War declared. Gondor, Wildmen of Dunland. Yeah, Gondor is definitely very hard pressed. I want to see if we can send someone down there to try and relieve them. What do we want to do? We want to keep our economy being awesome. There's not really too much trade coming in here, so we're going to make one of those. Oh, I see. It took a lot of money, didn't it? What is that, like 5,000 gold? Okay. Well, we're going to start creating the beginnings of a force to send down to aid the Gondorians.
Yes,
oh, we've got a
my
diplomat. So we're going to send this diplomat down there to make nice with our southern buddies.
Stopping here.
Hopefully they're not going to be overrun, and we're going to have to fight a whole bunch of really powerful, gigantic evil factions.
My lord?
Because that would be bad. I'm not sure that even our powerful troops can pull that off.
By the light of
And
Elbereth!
let's see. Take another quick look through here. What's going on in Goblin Town? Down to Goblin Town. Yeah, it looks like Lord Tennant is... Yeah, he doesn't need to do anything, so... There we go, turn 60. God, it's moving so fast. But, yeah. What other cool lore stuff do I know about the evil factions? I don't know as much as I'd like to about the evil factions. The books don't tend to go into as much detail about the evil guys as it does about the free peoples and the good factions, because that's who is the protagonist of the story. So most of it tends to center around them and their doings. But let's talk a little bit about evil men. The Easterlings were originally, well, not originally. They are and continue to be men in the Tolkien mythos, and they came up out of the East. Sean Connery. shortly after the houses of the Edain, and they were different. They were different looking. They were described as, I believe, being shorter and swarthier, and they were accepted by the elves into the service of elven kings and that kind of thing. There were 6 very prominent Easterlings who are mentioned in just one second. In the Silmarillion, I believe that's the sons of Bor and like Borlach and that kind of thing. I can't quite remember their names, which is a little unfortunate.
My lord.
Yeah, the Free Peoples are doing pretty well.
Follow me.
All right,
Scout the
let's muster our
yes,
troops
my
here.
lord.
Fine.
This is the way.
Where are these guys?
Elven warriors. Swiftly.
Kind of a slapdash
Sire.
force of just anything that we could throw together, but.
Elves.
And yeah, the
Come on.
sons
Be
of
vigilant.
Borlach and different other different tribes were entered into the service of, I believe, Maedhros, and half of them betrayed him at the behest of Morgoth, because Morgoth had already been in the east and working
Come, my
his
brothers.
magic
Over here,
among
elves.
the peoples that
Orders
lived there,
completed.
convincing them that the elves were evil and that the Valar didn't exist at all. And when it came down to it, at the Battle of Unnumbered Tears, the Easterlings, the faithful Easterlings, were killed by the other Easterlings. And the Easterlings afterwards were shut into Hithlum, which is northern Middle-earth in the First Age at the time. And it was Hithlum. Hithlum and Dorloman, I believe, are right next to each other. And they had to harass the old women of the men of the Edain that had lived there previously, that had perished in the Battle of the Unnumbered Tears. Oh no!
We
Another
must defend
another
these
invasion
lands.
from Mordor. Looks like Lord Fancypants is going to be hard pressed to once again. I think we may send a few troops from Lord Craig Parker's garrison to go down there and assist him. But Morgoth denied them the rich lands that they coveted. I believe it was Beleriand, as much of the strength of his enemies had been broken at the Battle of Unnumbered Tears, so all of this was laid open to him. And Morgoth denied them this, as he tends to very often mistreat his servitors.
Your orders.
You get down there. Let's see what
Have a
foes
taste
are
of my
arrayed against
blade.
us. Looks like a much stouter
I'm gonna stick
group
you.
of orcs than had assailed us previously, so I'm not going to leave that to
For the light.
these few soldiers there. So
My
we're going to go
lord.
down here and we're going to
There they are.
Mythvin then command this army in battle. Definitely don't want to do that. I will command this army in battle, though. Is that gonna... Am I doing that right? I want to command them in battle. They're not gonna be like AI people or anything, are they? Yeah, it looks like our 1,200 or so elves here, split into 2 forces, are gonna be taking on about 2,500 orcs of Mordor, so let's see how this goes. But Sauron was also thrown down, and with a hilt shard of Narsil, Isildur cut the ruling ring from the hand of Sauron, and took it for his own. Of the rings of power and the Third Age.
Units, await my orders.
So let's see what we got here. As you can see, I'm not sure if you remember this from the last battle, but there's been some pretty significant aesthetic upgrades that I've put into place for my Elves of Lorien, and as well as the Mirkwood Elves, who have some really cool armor upgrades for their units now, which I hope I will get to show you in the future in a context that doesn't involve us killing the Sylvan Elves. We'll turn that off. There we go.
Units, hold your ground.
And yes, good. We do get to control Lord Fancypants and his retinue. So, come on, boys. Come on, get onto the battlefield. There you go. Yeah, they're gonna be invaluable. So let's go see how we're doing over here. Yeah, we're gonna quickly be overrun if these guys come at us all at once. So what we may have to do is retreat them
Assemble the men.
back towards Lord Fancypants and his soldiers, and assemble all of our troops together. Oh yeah, they're just gonna come right at us, so that. So now's the time for us to flee. Get our troops together, make our stand over here on this little ridge, slight hill. Lord Fancypants and his soldiers can rush forward with all haste. 1, 2, 3, 4. Send these guys. Where are we making our stand again? Right up here on this ridge. Well then. Them move up with all haste. It's going to be a bit of an uphill battle, but that's alright. Oh yeah, they got there nice and quick. Our Rangers of Lorien, very formidable troops. Come on boys, run, get in position. Yeah, we're going to make these guys run up that hill and come right to us, right into volleys of arrow fire. Hopefully we can get everyone's set up on this ridge in time for this to be effective. Yeah, move them up. You guys move up too. Just like that. Excellent. Our lines are a little thin, but that's alright. We should be able to get these guys straight up there. What are you guys doing? How did this happen? Run! Oh yeah, these guys are not in pursuit. Come on, boys, run. Let's make some adjustments here. Yeah, we're gonna make these orcs fight us on this hill, because I think that'd be wiser. We also don't want to leave a huge gap in our line, so yeah, we have enough troops to do that. And we can put these guys just on the hill behind them. Yeah, I like that. Very good. And we got coming over here. We got some orc raiders coming at our left flank. And it looks like what they're going to do is pour all their troops down to the center, so we may be able to come at them from a few sides. Yeah, archers can deal a significant amount of damage. These guys are definitely taking their sweet time. It's a little annoying, but what can you do? Charge! Our Lorien infantry have once again been engaged on our flank. Our faithful, stalwart Lorien infantry who die horribly every battle. Let's take those maulers down. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. And these Mordor on guard as well. Yeah, as you can see, we're just pouring fire down into these massed orc ranks. We really want to deal damage to that Mordor on guard. Come on, you idiots. Get behind the lines. Yeah, I don't think they intended for that to happen. These orcs are already wavering. I didn't tell you to charge! Yeah, we're holding the line pretty well. Oh yeah, we got this. Defeat is certain. Victory. Or rather, victory seems certain. The balance of forces in the match. I'm not sure how you can have both of them at once, but sure, alright. Let's take these maulers on in the back there. We want these orcs here to keep running away, so we're gonna turn on some fire arrows for these guys. Keep their morale down. Deal as much damage to them as we possibly can. Oh, it looks like we've had a bit of a breakthrough here on this flank. That happened really quickly. Yeah, those orc spear bands are not very reliable. Yeah, that orc band cannot be trusted to hold the line, as well as some of these heavier orc troops. Yeah, hopefully we can break them by doing this, because they're gonna come back and they're gonna do exactly what they're doing right now. And now they can come right behind us, so that's a little distressing. I had hoped that we could avoid this, but apparently now we're about to get flanked because of my carelessness. Yeah, look at that. Die! couple guys with fire arrows and one without to make them take casualties enough to rout them. I suppose we should be careful here. There's this big mass of troops over here that can make our lives pretty miserable if they were so inclined. What's Lord Fancypants and this one's doing? Yeah, take those Orc Raiders. Turn fire arrows off for these two. Just gonna start hitting our own troops. And there they go. Now they're routing again. Yeah, this is going much, much better than our last battle. Let's see what we got here. We can at least, yeah, we can at least threaten the flank of these Mordor who have died in much greater numbers and much more quickly than I expected, because there's like 2 units of them in there. And that's Mordor's backbone, definitely. Let's see. Our Lorien infantry are doing their very best here. They're managing to hold the line against that Orc Raider force.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
It's going well everywhere but on our flanks, as usual. Take these raiders down as best we can, and we're gonna get a charge into them with that little infantry. Alright. These guys are taking, hopefully they commit them right here and then we can flank them. Well, looks like we might have another breakthrough here. Oh yeah, they're routing. Everything is going swimmingly. Actually, you know what we should be doing is that flank has everybody that it needs. We're gonna try and roll up the line here and surround this last little body of Orcish troops.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Yeah, they're routing. Didn't even have to do too much. Send them with these Mordor on guard. This unit of Orc band and whatever is going to route right through our guys. So we're gonna wipe them out as best we can. Okay. These Mordor on guard are coming around. There's a big mass of them. It's about 100 or so. You guys are fighting to the death now, are they? Uh-oh. Orc Raiders. They're coming back. I didn't even realize we routed them. Have Lord Fancypants and his Lorien Rangers pour some fire into these guys. Yeah, we're just gonna send everybody basically howling after these Orc monsters. What we got here? Casualties weren't. Yeah, they're fairly high among our Lorien infantry groups as usual, but what's going on over here? Yeah, we need somebody down there to flank those guys. What we're gonna do is we're gonna move our archer companies down there. Just menace them and hopefully make them run away. I suppose they really need that group of spearmen right there. Yeah, we're gonna send them into the backs of these guys right here. As you can see, they're already getting ready to rout.
The enemy general flees like the coward
Oh yeah,
he is.
now's
Press
the time.
onward and break the spirit of his army.
Attack! This ought to send them howling back to whatever caves they came from. Well, it looks like everybody's got a little bit of experience now. Hey, that's good. Uh-oh. I didn't see those guys. Reform, you spineless women. Yeah, I know what we're gonna do. Surround this returning orc horde here. Charge! Yeah, these orcs are, they're persistent. Definitely persistent.
Behold how our
Oh, yeah, there we
cowardly
go.
foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Charge. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, shoot these orc mobs. We want them to get away. More on spearmen if you can get them. Wow, look at that. Look at the carnage. Yeah, we're gonna wipe these guys out and head back to the campaign now. Charge. Well, I think that will do for that particular battle. So there we go. We've
This is a
destroyed
clear
them
victory.
utterly. Our 1,200 elves took on this 2,500 strong force of orcs, and we only lost 122 elves. So I'm not sure why that's not a heroic victory, but I think it's pretty heroic. But there you go. Orcs and trolls occupy parts of the now empty mines of Moria, the peoples of Middle Earth. Good to know. Well, there's only one thing to do with orcs, isn't there? Destroy. No. You guys go back home.
Onward.
And we'll retrain everybody. Yeah, get some Lorien Rangers too. Definitely want those. We got money, so let's make... Yeah, keep up with our squalor if we can. So yeah, as I said earlier, I'm gonna try and release some smaller episodes. So I think that's gonna do for this particular episode. I hope you guys enjoyed and that you'll join me back here for episode 8. So as usual, take care everybody, and yeah, bye bye.